you have to come off in a way where it's already in progress. It's already happening. It's already in motion. This is something that's coming your way. And how that differentiates from most marketers and most salesmen is that when they call, they're more or less fishing, right? Like, this is Daniel, is John Smith in? That's fishing, right? That's trying to see if you can get something. And then let's say John Smith gets on the phone. Hey, John, this is Daniel, wondering if you're in the market. Can I interest you in some blah, 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 right? Can I interest you in some cash out? Can I interest you in a comp report or whatever it is? Again, that's fishing. That's seeing if people will nibble. But if you operate and move in a way where you're giving out this impression like it's already en route, it's already happening, and all you're doing is just giving them a quick heads up. Like, hey, John, this is Daniel, quick heads up, right? Just FYI, some information's coming on its way to your home. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sales Remastered. My name is Daniel. I'm the host. And on this episode, we're going to talk about how to improve the quality of your soliciting, improve the quality of your marketing, whether you call it cold call, smart call, whatever it is you call it. This is ultimately the way salesmen find their business, and it's properly marketing. So you could be marketing to realtors, you could be marketing to prospects, buyers, sellers, whatever it is. This is ultimately the fundamentals of quality marketing. And so first off, I want to remind you guys that this channel, it's not only just on this platform, besides YouTube, besides Instagram, besides Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter. The chances are whatever popular social media app that you're constantly on, I'm there too. So if you go to the search bar and you just look up Sales Remastered, you should be able to find my page. Hit the thumbs up, hit the follow, hit the subscription, hit that notification bell, wherever you do find me, and support the brand. I'm going to give you some real helpful information to help pick up your sales and pick up your income. And all I ask in return is that, each one teach one. So share the content, bring people onto the channel, and we can all learn and actually grow together. So the reason why I wanted to cover this topic is because, I've said plenty of times in my other content, is that we are all marketers, right? We just happen to sell the service that we provide, that our company provides. So if you're a loan officer, then you are actually a marketer. You just happen to have a loan officer license. At the same time, if you're a realtor, you are also a marketer. You just happen to have a realtor license, and so on and so forth, right? And this can go on to anything. So if you sell cars, cell phones, widgets, trash bags, newspapers, subscriptions, whatever it is. And the reason why marketing is important is because, again, as I had mentioned, sales starts with attention, and that's really ultimately what you need before you can do any type of pre-qualification, before you can do, any type of pitch or presentation. Is you need at the root of it someone's attention and interest, right? And so marketing is this key piece within the sales system and the process that enables you to capture one's attention long enough so that you can ultimately flip them into becoming one of your clients. And so follow me on this, because really what it comes down to is your first 15 to 30 seconds of first engagement. And let me give you an example. So imagine if you're cold calling, or if you're doing follow-up calls, or if you're calling in, let's say, a lead queue that has leads that may have talked to your company but is not currently doing business with your company, or if you're just doing straight self-generation marketing, right? Like you're building your book of business, maybe you're building your referral partners or what have you. Whatever your immediate line is that introduces you is going to be your first impression. And so, I happen to mentor a lot of loan officers all throughout the country. And one thing that I notice is very common is that most loan officers default to a company provided script. Now, I'm not saying that's anything wrong with that, but they all sound the same. And the problem with that is that when you sound just like every other telemarketer, you're going to be treated like every other telemarketer. And so one of the messages that I always have here is that you have to make noise in a different way in order to really be heard, in order to really capture the attention and stand out, because that's ultimately what we're trying to do, is differentiate ourselves so that we can be memorable, right? And so when you really think about it, the most common opening line sounds something like this. hey, my name is Daniel Nicard on a recorded line calling with blah blah mortgage. May I please speak with John Smith, please? Right? So if you really think about it and you actually kind of, sit in your prospect's shoes, or sit in the lead shoes, or hear it actually like record and play back, you sound like a telemarketer. And so again, first impression is when you really think about it, is that, oh no, this person is a telemarketer, please remove me from your do not call list, or I'm not in the market, or no, John is not home, or no, I'm busy, right? Because no one is ever in the mood to be sold, right? But people do love to buy things. People love to buy things all the time. But what they don't like is to be sold. And so we just have to understand that. And so if it were me, what I always recommend to my students within the sales boost camp, which if you want to learn more, by the way, I'll make sure that we leave a couple links below the video. But the sales boost camp is a mentoring session where I teach loan officers about origination, marketing, mindset improvement, time management, career development. And one of the things that we always commonly talk about, or I noticed that is a common question, is how do I improve my marketing efforts? How do I improve my cold calling or my follow-up calls to get business? And that's a great question, right? It's definitely a strong topic, because if you understand how to continuously capture attention, then you'll consistently generate new business. And so one of the things that I always hear is that opening line is like, hey, my name is Daniel Nicard calling with Everyday Mortgage on a recorded line. Is John Smith home? And let's just say John Smith was in a good mood and he said, yeah, this is John. Hey John, this is Daniel Nicard again. How are you doing? Right? It's right again. You're putting yourself in a position where you can easily be told no. And when you think about sales, you have to think about it as like chess versus checkers, right? Chess meaning that you are thinking a couple moves ahead. And so your opening line needs to be crafted in a way where you're protecting yourself from being told no, from being told, oh, he's not here, I'm not interested, take me off your calling list, whatever it is. Because that's what we do as consumers. Like there's a reason why we get forwarded to voicemail a lot. But the rare times that you actually do get connected to a voice, it's game on, right? And so you have to be aware of how your first 15 to 30 seconds engagement, the wording, the tonality, the way you actually connect with that person is. And if you want to know a perfect way to connect with someone, if you want to know how to make a great first impression, you got to download a copy of my free sales script. There's a link below the video, but I'll give you the website. It's salesremastered.com. Again, salesremastered.com. Towards the bottom of the homepage, you're going to see a place where you can request a copy of the free sales script. It's a lot of ink because the pages are black, so I recommend you don't print it. If anything, also don't use your work email. Use the primary email you get on your cell phone. So that way you could just save it in the notes, or maybe save it in your folder, and you can pull it up at any given time. It's always a click of like a tap of your screen, and then you can read it and go through it whenever you're doing your outbound solicitation. But it sounds nothing like, hey, my name is Daniel Nicard with Everyday Mortgage. It's a great day at my company. I'm on a recorded line. May I speak with John Smith, please? Has nothing to do with that. It doesn't sound anything like that. And so what it does sound like, though, let's say if I was calling John Smith, you want to get straight to the point, but assume that they know you already, right? So even though you've never talked to them, you want to come off that way, as if you're almost like a friend calling, someone that already knows that person. Because my belief is that whenever you're doing solicitations, whenever you're marketing, you have to come off in a way where it's already in progress, it's already happening, it's already in motion. This is something that's coming your way. And how that differentiates from most marketers and most salesmen is that when they call, they're more or less fishing, right? Like, this is Daniel, is John Smith in? That's fishing, right? That's trying to see if you can get something. And then let's say John Smith gets on the phone. Hey, John, this is Daniel, wondering if you're in the market. Can I interest you in some blah, 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 right? Can I interest you in some cash out? Can I interest you in a comp report or whatever it is? Again, that's fishing. That's seeing if people will nibble. But if you operate and move in a way where you're giving out this impression like it's already en route, it's already happening, and all you're doing is just giving them a quick heads up. like, hey John, this is Daniel, quick heads up, right? Just FYI, some information's coming on its way to your home. You know, it's gonna go to your address, and I just wanted to connect with you to give you a heads up and see if you wanted me to email it to you instead, as opposed to send you this, you know, big bulk piece of mail. You know, so it's already en route, right? But the way I'm talking to them, and I understand it could be a rule where, you know, for compliance purposes, you have to let them know they're on a recorded line. You have to let them know who you're calling with. You have to, I understand that. But there's no actual specific rule of when you have to say that, right? So you can get the attention first, connect with the prospect, and then once you're a little bit into your phone call, then you mention, oh, hey, John, by the way, the call is recorded, right? Because I'm calling with Everyday Mortgage. Just, you know, so you're aware, but it's just for your protection and for quality control purposes, right? But you could do that later on once you have a hook in John's mouth, right? So once you actually have a little bit more control of the conversation. But if you say that right at the very beginning, the problem with that is that again, the first impression is that you're a salesman, is that you're a telemarketer, and without having first their attention or interest, and then kind of showing your cards that you're trying to sell them or you're trying to offer them something, it's in reverse. You're not, it's going to be very hard for you to break past that immediate judgment and that guard that that they'll throw up, right? They'll put up a guard because they want to protect themselves from wasting time or spending their money or being sold or being solicited, right? And this is just how we this is how we operate. This is how we think. And so keep that in mind. I really hope that you guys do take a couple seconds, go to salesremastered.com, request a copy of the sales script. I'll teach you an amazing opening, both inbound and outbound, to ensure that your first 10, 15 second impression is amazing and that you have control of the conversation right from the very start, because you need that control in order to get the attention. You need the attention in order to get the interest, and you need the interest in order to influence action and buy from you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment below and let me know what your favorite takeaway was. Share this video link with someone else who needs to see it, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.